Hey guys, Liquid here, and welcome back to Let's Answer Some Questions. As always, push buttons below and I will answer them next week. Let's get started. Red Hood 440 asks, which Star Wars movies have you seen? I've seen... I was going to say that I've seen them all, but except for like the newest one. But that's actually not true, because I've seen like all the main movies from 1 through 6. That's Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and I said 1 through 6, but 1 through 7, because I have seen Force Awakens, but I've not seen any. I've not seen the newest one, which was Last Jedi, I think, and nor have I seen any of the weird side movies like. Okay, what was that one? The Death Star plan thing. New Star Wars. I can't remember the title, but it was the one that came out like a year ago or so. And there was like that weird animated thing which I've not seen. And then there's like a Han Solo movie I think that's coming out soon. But I have to say I've not seen that, and I'm not sure if I will see it. Rogue One. Rogue One was the one I was talking about, but that I've not seen. Reaper94 asks, "Who is your favorite anime character? Do you have a girlfriend or boyfriend? What is your dream job? And what do you want to live in Japan?" Okay, so one by one, who is my favorite anime character? I really do not have one. I can't really. There's not really anyone that I just don't really get that hyped up. Like I see a character and I'm like, oh yeah, it's that character, or like a character that like I, am inspired by or anything like that. I don't really have anything like that. So I'm gonna have to pass because I really can't answer that question. Do I have a girlfriend or a boyfriend? I do not. What is your dream job? Dream job. I feel like I keep saying drob. I would say if all like going through all of the possibilities, like assuming that like literally anything was possible, I might say an astronaut, like going into space and whatnot, and like doing stuff. That would be fun. Like realistically, I do think that like some sort of translation type thing would be interesting. That I could actually do, and like work up to in my lifetime. And do I want to live in Japan? Depends on what you mean by live. Like, do I want to actually, move and like have a residence on my own and whatnot? That I don't really have any like plans to do so, or nor do I really care. But would I want to go to Japan or whatnot, and or like for an extended amount of time, like a number of months or something like that? That could be, something to do. I mentioned this thing called woofing, which is where like you basically work on a farm in exchange for a lodging. Basically, like a farmer lets you live with them in exchange for doing work on their farm, which is to me like could be like a fun experience, or just yeah. Though I will say, honestly, in the past I really didn't really have too much. I won't say motivation, but I didn't really have too much desire to actually visit Japan. Like people would always say, like, "Hey, dude, what do you want to do if you go to Japan?" Or like, "When do you plan on going to Japan?" But I would give them answers of like things like that I might like climbing Mount Fuji or something like that. But honestly, it was the type of thing where I never really, it wasn't really something that I really cared too much about. But recently, I've actually been like speaking with, like I've actually made some like Japanese friends, and I've been speaking with Japanese people, and to me, it actually has. Like unlocked that the sort of desire to like made me kind of realize I do want to go to Japan at some point, because like it is actually really fun. Like not only just like to speak to these people, but to it's like you're capitalizing on all the effort that I put into studying and whatnot, sort of. Relgar says, "Great video, Liquid. I love your videos so much, Liquid. You do a great job on every video you did, Liquid. Thank you very much." Cyrlos, apparently I might have pronounced his name wrong. I'm assuming that when he says it's Cyrlos, not this, because I would normally I would still just read that as I'm assuming that he means I might have like read it as Surlos, maybe. I'm not really sure. A favorite Spider-Man movie. I'm gonna have to go. I tend to go old school on this one, and I would say the original 2002 Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man film. I really, be it nostalgia or whatever, but like I just like the atmosphere of that film, and I really enjoy it. Like and also, it's like every line. I feel like every line from that movie is quotable. Like every single line is just like worthy of like being, a meme, quote unquote, or whatever. And I mean that in a good way. James Edition asks, "I've recently rewatched your Let's Play of Resident Evil 4 and enjoyed it again. Thank you very much. I was wondering if you were going to play it again, seeing as there is replay value and things you've unlocked." So if you're, the way that you've worded this, it makes me like assuming that you mean like the actual save file that I used, that I Let's Played the game on. In that case, that like I do not have that. I do not have that file anymore. That is, if I were to do that, I would need to basically start all over again, pretty much. But I do have because when I Let's Played it, I played the PC version, and I played a version of the PC version that I'd gotten, quote unquote. I didn't quite get it in the most legal means, let's just say. And at that time, the PC version was like, I think it was basically in line with like the PS2 and GameCube versions or whatever, wherever it came out on, Wii or whatever. But since then, there's like been a remaster for like the HD remaster on Steam, and I do have that, but I'm not played it. So if I were to ever replay it, which I do not really have any plans to do, I'm not really sure. Like I feel like of all my Let's Plays, I feel like that's one of the ones that I kind of like. I'm not really sure what the replay value that you're talking about is, because I did stuff like the other scenarios and whatnot. And so, like of all like the Let's Plays that I've done, I feel like that's one where I feel like it's pretty complete to my memory. But so I don't really plan on doing that again anytime soon. But if I were to do it, I would probably just do the remaster or whatever. But that's all the questions for this week, folks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. There will likely be a new Let's Play coming up this week, so be tuned, stay tuned, and Liquid out. Push ones below, and I'll answer them next week. Liquid out.